How good is AI, like the language models, the ChatGPTs of the world, at, if I post my video to it, at analyzing my swing? Would it be a good analyzer of a golf swing? So I asked ChatGPT to analyze Rory's swing. We're going to go through it based on what we know. We've got his stuff in gears, we've got his swing in gears, and we're just going to get your feedback and talk about the accuracy, validity, and just kind of see at today where AI is. We know it's going to get smarter and get better, and just kind of get your feedback on this. So balance and structure at setup. Rory sets up with a perfectly balanced posture, slight knee flex, spine tilted from the hips, not rounded, and weight evenly distributed through his feet. His arms hang naturally, creating space between his hands and his thighs. Thoughts on that?
Not too bad.
Not bad.
It's not terrible.
And Rory has a pretty normal setup.
I mean, all it's doing really is just taking everything that's out there in the ether, right, and try to condense it into...
I don't know. That's beyond me.
It's not... I mean, it's aggregating a whole lot of things and like from the people that it thinks are authorities and kind of throwing it in there. Okay.
And then my experience, my own personal experience, ChatGPT is probably the least accurate
for some stuff.
For a lot of the stuff that I've used it for in the past.
Okay.
All right, so that's set up. Not bad. What do you give it on a grade there?
It's pretty good. I mean, it obviously leaves out some details. For ChatGPT, it's like 8.
8? Okay, 8 out of 10 or 8 out of 100?
10. I mean, it's not bad, right? I mean,
it's fine. I didn't think anything stood out at me. It's kind of just, but it's kind of a milquetoast answer.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, okay. So how to copy it. So it's going to give recommendations along the way. Feel athletic, like you're ready to jump, not sitting in a chair. Keep your tailbone behind your heels, not tucked under. Let your arms hang naturally without tension.
Pushing your tailbone back could cause problems with a lot of people, so I would say that one.
Okay, so I would take it down. I'd put it about, for the analysis and the recommendation, I'm dropping it down to a 6. Wide connected in the takeaway, what Rory does. He starts the club back with his chest and shoulders, not his hands. The club head stays outside his hands longer, and his arms stay connected to his body.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Again, it's not quite detailed enough, but it's not bad. I mean, doesn't say the arms lift at all, which is probably there's some lift in there. Connected could mean you take the club a little too inside. If you just it's all right. I can see where it's it's just pulling.
Again, it's pretty milquetoast.
Yeah.
I got a problem with the connected. We've got videos coming out on this.
Yeah.
His arms lift.
Yeah, that's the main issue with it.
And connection is one of those. And ChatGPT's credit, he put connected in air quotes.
There you go.
So, which is exactly how I would have written it. So, other than that, like you said, I think the biggest thing there in the takeaway is that it didn't mention the lift that's happening, which happens right off the bat. How to copy it. Move your lead shoulder under your chin to start the swing. Keep your trail elbow close to your rib cage for the first 18 inches. A good feel. The handle, chest, and club head move away together.
What did it say? Your elbow stays close to your... What did it say?
Keep your trail elbow close to your rib cage for the first 18 inches.
I mean, is it staying pretty close? Probably. It's probably not moving a whole lot in that first. It's getting up there, later in the swing, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad.
The shoulder under the chin thing.
That's not. I mean, that's happening too. You could just construe it.
A feel. The
but
handle.
If I kept my chin there, move my shoulder under my chin, it ain't bad. The shoulder have to go across.
Yeah, it's got a little tinge of one-piece takeaway.
Yeah.
Again, as I'm reading it, and I think this is going to be the hurdle for this kind of generic, almost buzzwords, is I could read it different than the guy who opens this up, who maybe doesn't teach for a living, and it leaves a lot of interpretation, which I guess all instruction does, but let's go on. Number 3, full-centered turn, not a sway. What Rory does, his upper body turns deeply around his spine while his lower body stays stable. His right hip moves back and around, not out toward the ball.
There's a little bit of weight shift, but if you just were trying to help somebody that didn't know anything, it's not bad.
Well, it's not a sway, and we do know he sways 1.5 inches, which is pretty much tour average. So it's
kind of nothingness.
Yeah, it's
not bad.
Less than a ball.
If you're reading this and you don't know anything, you could probably kind of get through a decent looking swing.
How to copy it. Keep your head centered over the ball as you turn. Let your trail hip move back behind you. I love that. Like you're closing a door with your hip. Don't try to stay still. Rotate around your spine, not on top of it. Not sure what rotate on top of it means. I'm not sure I've ever heard that phrase.
Around the spine, it's pretty good.
Definitely around the spine. I like the trail hip moves deeper.
Yeah.
4, shallow transition. What Rory does. From the top, his hands and arms shallow slightly as his lower body starts to rotate open. The club head drops behind his hands, setting him up for that powerful in-to-out path.
Starts with the hips, kind of, he has an in-to-out swing. It's pretty good for what it is.
It's kind of describing this from maybe a down the line perspective, not what he's actually doing.
Yeah.
So like from a for the player perspective, but I could definitely see a real coach giving something very similar description of what he's doing. How to copy it. Feel like your lead hip starts turning before your shoulders in transition. Let the club fall behind you and fall in air quotes as your weight moves towards your lead foot. Imagine skipping a stone. That's the same sequence.
Sequence is probably okay. We know the arm motion is a little different, but that's not bad.
The sequencing part, I think it nailed, especially with the hips turning in front of the shoulders. The shoulders really just ride the hips on the way down. And the club, in air quotes, fall behind you. Again, a lot of great players have told us that's what they feel when the hips turn the shoulders. So, it's pretty good. Ground force number 5, ground force and posting up. What Rory does, he uses the ground exceptionally well. Pushing down in transition, then posting up through impact. His lead leg straightens as his hips rotate open, giving him that explosive, air quotes, jump look.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad. How to copy it. Feel pressure build under your lead foot early in the downswing. Absolutely happens. Push into the ground with the lead foot as you rotate open. Absolutely happens. Don't stand up, rotate around your lead leg.
The funny part about this is you could just tell it, hey, write me a book about how Rory swings. It would be like, okay, it's reasonable. You know?
It can, I would assume, go into as much detail as you want on any of these points, probably medical language, anatomy language, physics language. That's where it really starts to differentiate what pros can do.
Yeah.
Most pros, self included. I think that may have been the best one, just from how I'm listening to it. Number 6, stable club face through impact. What Rory does. Rory's wrists are extremely stable. No last second flips. His lead wrist stays slightly bowed, in parentheses flat, and his trail wrist stays bent through impact.
You get that look at impact, but we know that the angles are changing. But if you look at his swing and he's hitting the ground in a divot with an iron, you could argue that things look pretty stable. We know they're flashing fast.
Yeah.
But okay.
This is the weakest one, I think.
Yeah, but if you told somebody, like I learned to play good golf trying to hit the ball with the wrist bone slightly bowed because of the Hogan book, and it taught me how to compress the ball. So I'm giving it, not bad grades.
Yeah, I would knock this one down a grade, just because to me, I read it.
Freeze the wrist.
We grew up getting different lessons, even though a lot of the stuff was the same. I read this as kind of,
freeze the wrist.
Freeze the
No, I
wrist
get
kind of
that.
thing.
And he does not do that.
No one does.
It's almost like it should say, he freewheels the club through impact. Don't focus on freezing the wrist.
Stable club face is the one I have the problem with.
Okay.
Club face is rapidly rotating. Club face isn't stable on a putt.
No.
Okay, so I think that so far is the weakest one. How to copy it. Focus on turning through the shot, not flipping at it. Sure. Keep your lead wrist feeling flat through impact, what you just said. Let the handle lead the club head into the ball.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I think how to copy it is much more sound than the actual description. But again, we're picking it apart as instructors. 7, full balance finish. What Rory does, he finishes with his chest facing the target, belt buckle high, and all his weight on his front foot. Pretty good.
I'll go along with that.
Yep. How to copy it. Hold your finish until the ball lands. Keep your chest and belt buckle facing the target. If you're falling back, your sequence is off.
The sequence could be off, could be a lot of things, but it's just basic, kind of doesn't get steer too far off the rails.
I have heard recently, actually, much worse analysis from players. So, I mean,
from players,
coaches, and players actually, but yeah, from golfers, what I meant to say. So it's definitely on the better side.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I've seen, and the experts would tell us, AI is as dumb as it gets right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like
just
every day it gets smarter.
Especially when it gets somehow access to the gears data and everything that's going to be out there in the ether.
Yeah. So,
keep getting smarter.
I don't know how well, I just don't think many people have tried it yet. Could you substitute a coach for this, and how well the progression would be as you keep updating? And can it see enough detail and know the cause and effect enough to walk a player through a better golf swing?
Well, this is a different talk, because this is just talking about what's Rory do. You'd have to have a video.
That's submitting a video.
So that's somebody submitted
analyzing a video.
So you put that in there?
Yes.
Now that's different. So you said, tell me what he's doing here. I didn't know it could even do that.
And it looked at other videos, it said.
There you go. I feel like it knows it's Rory now. Now it's going to go cheat a little bit and find some stuff written about it. But I mean, yeah, I think Bryson's doing something with Google. I was talking to Briscoe about.
He's doing something with one of them.
So we have an app, in case you don't know, called the Swing Coach app with our buddy Briscoe. And I was talking to Briscoe about this the other day. He thinks that's Google just saying, hey, this is what it's capable of, and it probably won't really go anywhere. What they're doing, but obviously it keeps getting smarter. Our app keeps getting better. The Face-On's rolling out soon, so I think that's probably a dedicated app that uses AI to analyze your swing. That's a different story than just uploading the swing to ChatGPT, which is just kind of everything based.
Yeah. Will it get to the point where it's saying, I know you shot 78 yesterday, Shaun, but this is. We still want to stay the course and keep working on these things, or is it, how much of a coach could it actually be?
Yeah, I mean, I think like having a dedicated learning model, whatever, just for golf swings. Like we have, this is not a Swing Coach ad video by any means. We own part of an app called Swing Coach, and it just analyzes your swing. You film your swing from face on down line, and gives you feedback. I think that's probably kind of the direction, instead of just uploading your swing. Eventually it may get that way. I know
so
Google.
More like an agent.
Yeah.
A coach agent.
Like an app like we have that's dedicated just to golf swings and keeps seeing, like right now our app has analyzed over 2 million golf swings. I think that's when it starts getting really smart, seeing, okay, we tell it what the good swings are. Here's the tour player swings. Now it has really something to work with. Maybe eventually get to the point where you upload it. The swing you made on the course is like, hey, Shaun, your shoulders are more open today, and you took the club back. You took the club back 10 degrees more shut. Well, no, that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, I could envision something where, we'll use the Tesla robot, for example. So you come in to get a lesson. You've got a Tesla bot here, or you've got one at home. Forget coming in and getting a lesson. You drive to the golf course, and it's caddying for you. Maybe it has a couple smaller cameras, but it's taking in all those feeds itself and it's analyzing your swing from multiple different views at once and giving you coach level feedback. I could certainly see that happening.
Yeah, like you slid 6 inches on a downswing.
But it's caddying for you. It's telling you that. I mean, if you would want that
in
real time, but more of like a live plane. I think things are getting, Skynet, Terminator type, heading that direction. Not in the dark side of that, but the technology will be able to analyze, or already is analyzing, some insane ways that we just haven't had access to.
In the meantime, I think even with the app that we have, you'll be able to have a virtual Mike and Shaun.
Yeah.
Where it knows all of our videos. You make a swing, and if you want Mike and Shaun to take a look at your swing, you click the button, and it says, hey, looks like you're a little bit inside of the takeaway. You arched your wrist, and then you leave your left shoulder tilted to the left too much, toward the target. So work on that for a little bit and then
Right.
put another swing in here. I mean, that's going to happen in the next who knows when.
Yeah.
So
Could be
it's
happening by the time we're
yeah,
finished this podcast.
The face on is coming right now. But yeah, this whole AI thing with golf swing is going to be pretty interesting. I think it'll probably end up weeding out a lot of golf coaches.
I think now, instruction-wise, there has never been a time where this much at scale bad information has been available to golfers. At the same time, there's a lot of good information. The stuff we do with gears, we're not the only ones. So the scale of both has risen.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're not sure as the golfer which window or jar to open to get your information, you could be getting way more bad information than any time in history. I would think, and again, I guess it depends on what's the AI is learning on, it could definitely start to weed out a lot of that bad information, because I don't think AI would have necessarily like a coach's ego where I taught this for 50 years, so I've got to keep teaching this. I don't think it'll have that. I hope not anyway.
No, I think just objective data, kind of like what
You
we
would
do
think.
with gears, and like the swing coach app, it just rates you from 1 to 10 and what you're doing, and that's the number. If you want to improve it, it'll tell you if you did it or not, and then you go from there. And that's probably what really, in the end, you don't want someone with a biased opinion about.
I mean, if this was a weight loss AI, it would tell me, hey, bro, you're
You look
fat.
the same.
It wouldn't care what I thought about that.
No, it would say, hey, I
Yeah.
just dieted for
Hey,
a week. How do
gotta
I
lose
look?
weight, yeah.
And you look the same.
Like, yeah,
And then they would be like, what did you eat this week?
exactly,
Well,
right? It
yeah.
wouldn't be like, that's pretty good, know.
No.
So I think hopefully that's the direction it's going. We'll see. Maybe it replaces us.
Yeah, I think
It ain't stopping it either
I
way.
think it's like every other business. It starts weeding out a lot of it weeds out a lot of people, and then there's a lot of people who end up on another level because it raises the bar up even higher. So we'll see what happens. Again, check out Swing Coach app if you haven't already. But we're pretty happy and proud of it. The Face On's coming soon for Android. So if you keep asking us, we'll get it out there for you. Android coming soon, Face On coming soon.